Tomorrow's supermoon might just be the biggest spiritual trap you'll ever face. For most people, the supermoon is celebrated as a spiritual high point, but no one talks about the hidden dangers lurking beneath the surface. The truth is, the supermoon amplifies everything: your thoughts, your actions, and especially your mistakes. If you're not careful, this lunar event could set you back instead of pushing you forward. So, before you get caught up in the hype, understand this. The supermoon is not the magical fix everyone's making it out to be. Instead, it can be a spiritual pitfall, and many of the things you're planning to do could actually block your growth. Stay with me, because what you don't do tomorrow will be far more important than what you think you should do. The supermoon's energy doesn't control you, you control it. Too often, we give away our personal power, placing cosmic events like the supermoon on a pedestal. We think the moon's energy will somehow direct our lives, deciding what happens to us. But here's the reality. The supermoon doesn't have the power to change your life unless you let it. The moon only amplifies what's already inside you. If you're feeling anxious, it will amplify that. If you're feeling empowered, it will amplify that too. But if you believe that this moon is going to fix everything, you're already trapped in an anti-spiritual mindset. The moment you let the supermoon take control of your actions and your energy, you've given away the very power that you should be reclaiming. Remember, this event is a reflection of your energy, not the other way around. Don't let the illusion of cosmic power overshadow your own. This supermoon is not the time to chase your desires relentlessly. You've probably heard it 100 times. Full moons are perfect for manifesting your dreams, calling in abundance, or attracting love. But here's what no one is telling you. When you obsess over manifestation, you're actually draining your energy. The supermoon's power is strong, no doubt, but trying to force things into existence is like swimming against the current. The more you push, the further away your desires will seem. Manifestation obsession is a spiritual trap disguised as progress. When you place all your focus on trying to manifest something under the supermoon, you're slipping into a state of desperation, and desperation is not a magnet for what you want. It's a repellent. The more you chase, the more you're signaling to the universe that you lack what you're trying to attract, and lack creates more lack. Instead of running yourself ragged with manifestation rituals, take a step back and look inward. What internal blockages are you carrying that might be preventing your manifestations from flowing naturally? Because without clearing those, no amount of moon energy will bring you what you desire. Supermoons magnify everything, including your desperation. If you find yourself in a frenzy of manifesting tomorrow, ask yourself, are you acting from a place of trust, or are you desperately trying to control the outcome? There's a huge difference between the two, and the latter is a major anti-spiritual mindset. Your energy should be spent on clearing, not chasing. Don't get swept away in the emotional currents of the supermoon. We all know that full moons, especially supermoons, can stir up emotions like a tidal wave. But here's the thing, just because emotions are heightened doesn't mean you should let them run wild. Falling into emotional extremes during this time can seriously mess with your spiritual clarity. Emotions are energy, and the supermoon amplifies them, but that doesn't mean they should control you. When you let emotions take over, you lose touch with your center. You get caught up in the lunar drama, reacting instead of reflecting. Emotional highs can feel intoxicating, but they're a trap that pulls you away from spiritual balance. Remember, While the supermoon can amplify your emotional state, you still hold the power to navigate these energies wisely. What happens when you let emotions rule? You lose your grounding, and with that, your ability to make spiritually aligned decisions. Don't let this lunar event turn into an emotional free-for-all. The real test is whether you can observe your emotions without getting attached to them. Can you feel the heightened energy without letting it sweep you away? Stay centered in the storm, or you risk losing your spiritual footing. The key is awareness. Observe your feelings, acknowledge them, but don't let them dictate your actions. The supermoon magnifies everything, including negative energy. You may think the supermoon is just amplifying your manifestations, but here's the harsh truth. It also amplifies the negativity lurking in your mind. If you're stuck in a loop of self-doubt, fear, or low vibrational thinking, the supermoon will crank that energy up to 11. Suddenly, what started as a small doubt turns into an overwhelming wave of negativity that can derail your spiritual progress. The energy you feed is the energy you will experience. Choose wisely. This isn't just about avoiding negative situations or people. It's about the energy you are creating with your thoughts. Are you obsessing over things going wrong? Do you find yourself dwelling on what you don't have? In this supermoon's energy, every negative thought is like throwing gasoline on a fire. It grows, it spreads, it consumes. Instead of falling into this anti-spiritual trap, shift your focus. Mindfulness is your greatest ally during this time. When you notice yourself slipping into fear or doubt, ask, what am I feeding right now? If the answer is negativity, pause and redirect. Practicing gratitude and love isn't just a feel-good cliche. It's a powerful tool to counter the magnification of negative energy under the supermoon. Choose to focus on higher intentions and positive thoughts, and you'll see that energy multiply instead. The supermoon reflects back what you put out. If you want peace, radiate peace. If you want chaos, well, the supermoon doesn't need a spectacle. Focus on your inner work. It's easy to get swept up in the idea that you need an elaborate ritual to harness the supermoon's energy. But here's the truth. More candles, more crystals, and more elaborate ceremonies won't bring you closer to spiritual alignment. In fact, they might pull you away from it. Spirituality isn't about how many candles you light. It's about the fire within. Relying too much on external rituals is another anti-spiritual trap. While rituals can help you focus, the problem arises when they become a distraction from the real work, your inner transformation. If you're spending more time setting up an altar than reflecting on your soul, you're missing the point. The supermoon's power doesn't come from outside. It comes from within you. Simplicity is key during this time. Forget the long, over-the-top ceremonies and focus on quiet inner reflection. Ask yourself the deeper questions. What do I need to release? What parts of myself am I still hiding? The supermoon's energy will support you in this process, but it won't do the work for you. True spiritual growth comes from the inner ritual, the one that aligns you with your highest self. The supermoon is a cosmic mirror. What do you want to see reflected back at you? The supermoon is about deep introspection, not social distraction. There's an irresistible pull during cosmic events like the supermoon. People want to connect, celebrate, and immerse themselves in the collective energy. But here's the problem. The more you throw yourself into these external situations, the more disconnected you become from your own spiritual journey. Being around too many people during a supermoon can scatter your energy and block your inner clarity. The supermoon is an energetic amplifier. It magnifies everything, including the energies around you. So, if you're surrounding yourself with people who are chaotic, emotionally volatile, or simply distracting, their energy will rub off on you, leaving you spiritually drained and scattered. You may think you're connecting, but in reality, you're diluting your spiritual focus. Even social media can pull you into this trap. It's easy to get lost in scrolling through posts, comparing yourself to others, or absorbing the collective drama that often heightens during these cosmic events. But the more external noise you let in, the harder it becomes to hear your own inner voice. Social energy can be like quicksand during a supermoon. It pulls you in, drains your focus, and leaves you feeling lost. Instead, take this opportunity to create space for introspection. In the quiet of the supermoon, your soul speaks loudest. For many people, silence is uncomfortable, especially during a supermoon when emotions are heightened and energies are intense. In the quiet, all the things you've been avoiding come bubbling to the surface. That's why so many of us distract ourselves. We fill the silence with noise, whether it's scrolling through social media, binge watching shows, or constantly seeking out the company of others. But here's the truth. Avoiding silence is an anti-spiritual behavior that blocks your true growth. It keeps you from facing the very things you need to confront. Silence is where the truth resides. When you avoid it, you avoid yourself. The supermoon is the perfect time to embrace that stillness. The energy is potent, and in that quiet, your soul has the space to speak. It's not easy sitting with your thoughts, with your unprocessed emotions, and with your own spirit. It can feel overwhelming. But if you can face that discomfort, you'll find that the silence isn't empty. It's full of the answers you've been searching for. We often fear the silence because we don't want to confront the inner truths we've been pushing down. But the supermoon offers a rare opportunity, an amplified moment where you can hear your soul's guidance more clearly than ever before. In the silence, you'll find the clarity you need to take the next step on your spiritual journey. The supermoon's energy amplifies everything, including the whispers of your soul. So, don't run from the quiet. Lean into it. Create space for stillness, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. This is the time to listen. Sit in meditation, journal your thoughts, or simply spend time alone without distractions. Stop looking for answers outside yourself. The power is within. There's a common misconception that during a powerful cosmic event like the supermoon, the universe is going to drop life-changing revelations into your lap. People rush to tarot cards, astrology charts, and spiritual readings, searching for signs, hoping that the cosmos will guide them to answers they're afraid to find within themselves. But here's the truth. The supermoon isn't going to show you anything you don't already carry within. Chasing external validation during the supermoon weakens your connection to your inner truth. It's tempting to look outside of yourself for clarity, especially when the energy feels intense and overwhelming. But relying too much on external sources, whether it's spiritual tools, guidance from others, or even cosmic signs, takes you further away from your own inner knowing. The supermoon amplifies your intuition, but only if you allow yourself to tap into it. If you're constantly looking to the outside world for answers, you miss the opportunity to strengthen your connection with your own inner guidance. What most people don't realize is that this search for external validation can lead to spiritual dependence. When you put all your faith in tarot readings, lunar predictions, or other tools, you're essentially handing over your power. You start believing that the answers are out there when, in reality, they've always been within you. The supermoon won't give you the answers you seek. It will only reflect the truths you've been avoiding. This supermoon is an invitation to turn inward. Trust that the wisdom you need is already within you, waiting to be uncovered. Instead of seeking validation outside, use this time to strengthen your intuition. Meditate, reflect, and listen to the quiet nudges from your higher self. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.